Hello, my dear students. Welcome again to English Shadow Talk, the place where you can learn English naturally, without fear, without pressure, and with the confidence that every mistake you make is simply a part of your journey. Today, we will learn public speaking in different scenario. Let's get started. Speaking in public is one of the most common fears people have, yet it is also one of the most powerful skills you can learn. Imagine standing in front of a group of people, maybe classmates, coworkers, or even strangers, and being able to express your thoughts clearly, confidently, and fluently in English. The ability to talk in public opens doors, builds trust, and shapes the way people see you. In this lesson, we will go on a long journey together, from the introduction all the way to the conclusion, exploring everything you need to know about public speaking in English. We will break down the fears, show you how to prepare, practice real scenarios, and give you the tools to handle yourself with confidence. By the end of this lesson, you will not only have a script to follow but also strategies to train your voice, mind, and body to speak fluently in public. The first thing to understand is why public speaking feels so difficult. When you stand in front of people, your brain feels like you are in danger. Your heart beats faster, your palms sweat, and sometimes your voice shakes. This is normal, and everyone feels it, even professionals. The difference between a confident speaker and a nervous one is not that one feels fear and the other does not, it is that the confident speaker has learned how to manage it. They know how to breathe, how to prepare, and how to focus not on themselves but on the message they want to deliver. So, the very first mindset you should adopt is this: when speaking in public, it is not about you, it is about the audience. The audience does not come to see if you make mistakes, they come to learn, to listen, and to understand. If you shift your focus from yourself to the message, your fear will slowly lose its power. Now let us imagine the first scenario. You are in a classroom, and the teacher asks you to stand up and introduce yourself. This is the simplest form of public speaking, yet many students feel nervous. How should you do it? You take a breath, smile, and begin with a simple greeting. For example, "Good morning, everyone. My name is Lucas. I am very happy to be here today, and I would like to share a little bit about myself." Notice the rhythm, calm, clear, with short sentences. Then continue with 2 or 3 details. "I come from Korea. I enjoy reading books and learning English, and my dream is to become a teacher in the future." End with a closing. "Thank you very much for listening." This simple structure, greeting, details, and closing, works for almost any introduction. You can practice this at home by standing in front of a mirror or recording yourself. Let us move to another scenario, giving a short talk in front of colleagues at work. Maybe your boss asks you to explain your project or give an update in a meeting. In this situation, clarity is more important than length. Begin by stating the purpose. "Today I will share the progress of our project." Then give the main points in order. First, we finished the first stage ahead of schedule. Second, we faced some challenges in the second stage, but we found solutions. Third, our next step will be to complete the final stage within 2 weeks. Finally, close with confidence. "That is my update. Thank you for your attention." People in business meetings appreciate when you are direct, clear, and organized. Practicing this kind of structure will make you sound professional even if your English is simple. Another important aspect of public speaking is storytelling. People do not remember facts as easily as they remember stories. If you want your speech to have an impact, tell a story. For example, if you are giving a talk about learning English, instead of only saying practice every day, you could share your personal story. When I first started learning English, I felt embarrassed to speak. One day I tried to order food in English at a restaurant, and I made many mistakes. The waiter laughed, but I kept trying. After that, I promised myself to practice speaking every day, and now I can speak confidently in public. This short story makes your lesson more human and memorable. Practice turning your ideas into stories that connect with people emotionally. Let us imagine now a bigger scenario, giving a speech to a large audience, maybe at a school event or a conference. How do you prepare? The first step is to plan your content. Do not try to memorize every word, instead, create an outline with key points. For example, if your topic is the importance of confidence, your outline could be Introduction with a story. Point 1, confidence helps in school. Point 2, confidence helps in career. Point 3, confidence helps in relationships, and conclusion with motivation. When you speak from points instead of memorized sentences, you sound more natural and flexible. Audiences appreciate speakers who sound real, not robotic. When you are on stage, body language becomes powerful. Stand tall, keep your shoulders back, and use hand gestures naturally. Do not hide your hands in your pockets or cross your arms. Instead, let your hands support your words. For example, when you say 3 reasons, hold up 3 fingers. When you talk about growth, move your hand upward. Your body helps the audience understand and feel your message. Also, remember to make eye contact. Do not stare at one person only, but gently move your eyes across the room so everyone feels included. If you feel too nervous to look directly, you can look at people's foreheads or the back of the room. It gives the illusion of eye contact while calming your nerves. Another key is voice control. Speak slower than you think you should. Nervous speakers rush, and then their words become unclear. Pause after important points to let the audience absorb your message. Change your tone, make it louder when you are excited, softer when you are serious. Imagine your voice like music, variation keeps people interested. A flat voice makes people bored. Practice reading a story out loud with emotion, and you will train your voice to be more expressive. Now, let us practice another scenario, talking in public in informal places, like at a wedding, birthday, or community gathering, where someone asks you to say a few words. Many people panic in this situation. But you can follow a simple formula: greeting, appreciation, short message, and good wishes. For example, good evening everyone, thank you for giving me the chance to speak. I just want to say how happy I am to celebrate this moment with all of you. Let us continue to support one another, and I wish the couple all the happiness in their new journey. Thank you. This short, warm message always works in informal public speaking. Sometimes public speaking means answering questions in front of others. Imagine you are in a classroom and the teacher asks, "What do you think about technology?" You may feel nervous, but remember you do not need a perfect answer. Just structure your response. In my opinion, technology is very useful because it connects people. For example, I can talk to my family online. But it also has disadvantages, like less face-to-face interaction. Overall, I think technology is good if we use it wisely. This structure, opinion, example, and balance makes your answer clear and confident. Another situation is speaking in public when you did not expect it. Someone might say, "Can you say a few words?" in front of everyone. In this case, do not panic. Smile, take a breath, and say something short but meaningful. For example, "I was not prepared to speak, but I am very happy to share this moment with all of you." Thank you for listening. People do not expect perfection, they just appreciate your willingness to speak. Public speaking is not only about formal speeches. It is also about everyday situations, asking a question in class, giving your opinion in a group, or introducing yourself at an event. Each of these moments is a chance to practice confidence. The more you practice, the less fear you will feel. Remember that confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Now let us talk about practice strategies. One powerful method is mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and deliver your speech. Watch your expressions, your gestures, and your confidence. Another method is recording yourself. Listen to your recording and notice where you can improve. Do you speak too fast? Do you repeat words? Do you sound clear? These small corrections make a big difference. A third method is shadowing. Listen to a professional speaker and repeat after them, copying their rhythm and tone. This will help you sound more natural and fluent. Dealing with mistakes is also important. Many learners fear speaking in public because they might make a grammar mistake or forget a word. But here is the truth: nobody cares as much as you do. Audiences forgive mistakes if your message is clear and your heart is sincere. If you forget a word, pause, smile, and continue. You can even say, "Sorry, I lost the word, but let me continue." This honesty makes you human and likable. Let me give you another public speaking scenario: hosting an event. Maybe you are asked to be the master of ceremonies at a school program. In this case, your role is to guide the audience smoothly. Start with a warm welcome. "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our annual school program. We are excited to have you here today." Then, introduce each part with energy. "Now let us welcome our first performer." Finally, close with gratitude. "Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you again." Hosting teaches you to speak with enthusiasm and keep the audience engaged. Motivational speeches are another area of public speaking. Imagine you are asked to inspire students. You could begin with a personal story of struggle, then connect it to the audience's situation, and finally give them hope. For example, when I first started learning English, I was afraid to speak. But I pushed myself to practice every day, even when I made mistakes. Today I can stand here and share my story. If I can do it, so can you. Never give up on your dreams. Motivational speaking is about energy and connection. At this point, let us gather the main lessons. First, prepare your ideas but do not memorize every word. Second, focus on the audience, not on yourself. Third, use body language and voice to support your message. Fourth, practice storytelling to make your speech memorable. Fifth, accept mistakes as natural. Sixth, practice daily with mirror, recording, or shadowing methods. If you follow these steps, you will grow in confidence every time you speak in public. In conclusion, talking in public is not only for leaders or professionals, it is for everyone. Each of us will face moments where we must speak to a group, whether in class, at work, or in life events. Instead of fearing those moments, welcome them as opportunities to grow. Remember that confidence is not born, it is built. Every time you speak, you are training your courage, your clarity, and your connection with others. So, the next time you are asked to talk in public, stand tall, breathe deeply, smile, and share your message with confidence. You have something valuable to say, and the world deserves to hear it. Thank you for joining me in this journey, and I encourage you to keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and keep speaking English boldly in public. I'll see you again in the next lesson. Take care.